Hello everyone and welcome back to Fusion 360 Joints Part 2. Today I'm going to talk about cylindrical and pin slot. But before I continue, I would like to talk about something that I've done last time, very quick. If you remember, I had a bit of a challenge with these two joints. I told you about I couldn't make them work with the slider. The top part, the plate, in order to make it stable. But I took a look at it later on again, and I figured out what was the problem and how to fix it, or let's just say how you're supposed to do it in the right way. So let me show you. I'm just gonna remove everything here. Build it from the beginning. So now we don't have anything here, no joints. Okay, so as you remember, I'm just going to joint as build, and we're going to choose slider, the plate and the screw here, and in this part here, we are defining where do we want to slide on which axis and the start point. So this is going to be my start point right here in the middle. You can see the plus here. Second, we're doing exactly the same to the pin here that's going to stabilize the plate. Exactly the same. So we are putting the mouse on the face here, and I'm going to choose. Remember, I'm clicking on the control in order to freeze everything, so I can choose which point I want. You can see here, I'm going to choose here the plus in the middle. Perfect. And now the distance from here to the end here where I wanted to end, it was 287. So this is the part where I messed up a little bit. We need to add this. We need to add this number on both of them. So it's 287. As you can see here, you can slide back and forth. And again here, the second one, 287, because it's essentially the same. Now, the second thing that I didn't pay attention to is now when we create the why didn't work out. It's when I created the motion link, because I wanted to make when I move everything to this part, to this side, the plate is going to slide to the other side. I wanted to create this effect. So what we're going to do here is click on the motion link, choose this joint here, and choose this joint here. It doesn't matter which one actually you choose, because it's the same information. And here it's very important, this part. Here we know it's 210 from this side to this side. It's going to slide 210 millimeter. So 210. And I know it's this one, belongs to this one because I chose it first. The second one, it's this one. It's going to be 207, which means when this one travels 210 millimeter, I want the plate here to move 287. So let's see if it's work, and voila. So remember, when you're using the motion link, we're actually telling them what to do. When this one is doing this and this and this, the other one should do this and this and this. And so this is how it works. And you see, it's very simple. So this is how I fixed it. See, very easy. So remember that too next time. And if you haven't seen the first video, just go back and watch it, and you understand what I was talking about. Okay. Now, finish with this one. now we're going to talk about the cylindrical and the pin slot. I'm going to start with the pin slot first. It's a very easy one. Actually, as you can see here, I created those kind of legs, handles-ish, and they're going to be inside this slot here. Right now, they're just free to move wherever they want. So now I want them to stay inside, to move, slide back and forth, and I want them also to revolute a little bit. So this is essentially what pin slot is going to do. The motion, it's built from rotation and revolute and sliding, because it's going to slide. So this is what pin slot means. So if you need this kind of motion of revolute and slide, you're gonna choose the pin slot. So let's see how we apply it. So again, as build joint, because I've built it already in the position where I want it. I'm gonna click on it as build joint and choose pin slot. You're gonna choose the first component and the second, and now it's asking me for the position. So I'm gonna choose the handle itself here in the middle. You can see it's already simulating how it's going to move, and the direction, the axis. This is the rotation. You can change the rotation to whatever you want, depends on what you're exactly doing. And so let's change it back to where it was before. Let's see. Where was it? Let me just create it again. This one, and we choose the position. Oh, it wasn't this one. It was the X. Good. So, so far so good. Now I know that it can slide and to this direction. And by the way, I don't know if you notice, it's only sliding, and that is because the point that I chose will determine. Actually, see, it's because I'm stuck on the slider. I didn't choose the pin slot. So in order to make it work, so you have to pay attention to what is happening. If you wanted to slide, you can also use it as a slider, no problem. But I wanted to pin slot because I also wanted to, I want the handle to also move, rotates. So I'm gonna use this point here. See, I'm the pin slot, yes. Oh, this is not good. I'm not happy with this one. See the direction of the arrow here? It's not what I want. Let me see if I can catch it in a different way. But essentially, it doesn't really matter because I can always change it here. And here it says the rotation. I wanted to rotate this way, which means it's going to be around the z-axis, and I wanted to slide on this direction. So I can also tell it, okay, I want you to slide in this direction. You see? If it just doesn't work, so you just know how to do it. So you can manually also choose which direction you want to slot. You want it to slide. Because what if, for example, you had like I don't know, 45 degrees slot here, or whatever, 60 degrees, and of course the fix, the axis is not going to fit here, yeah. So you're going to have to create your custom direction, sliding direction. So I tell it, okay, I want you to slide on this this axis, I mean this direction. Voila. And we just click OK. and you can see here it's already stopped in this position, and now I want to limit it. So we know it's gonna be on about, let's see here, I'm gonna stop it around here. That's 34.8, and yeah, be honest, 54. But it doesn't matter that much because I can right here, we're gonna click here. You see you have rotation and you have slide. First of all, I'm gonna work on the sliding, and the minimum, you can see while I'm moving here, you can see what you're moving, the minimum or the maximum. Okay, so this is gonna be the minimum, and this is gonna be the maximum. It's actually kind of in the opposite, but it doesn't matter. That's fine. Let's see the action. Perfect. So that's how you create the pin slots, and that's the functionality. And right now, as you can see, it's just swinging around the way it wanted, and I can also limit the swing or the rotation. Just go back again here, and now we're working on the rotation. And so here I can say, okay, I can give it up to here because I know it's gonna get stuck there. And we have another one up this way, for example. Yes. So this is the rotation we're going to limit it. And let's see, voila. And you can just play with it. Nice. But it's limited also to the other side. Okay, so this is the pin slot. It's quite simple, not that complicated. I haven't used it in general that so much in my designs, but maybe for you it's going to be quite important if you're working with a lot of slots, kind of pins that's sitting in different slots. So remember this one. Okay, next we are going to work on the cylindrical, and this is very useful joint. We're using it in many different kind of application, many different kind of movements. For example, this one I created this screw, and I have this bolt that is going to screw it. We're going to show the effect how we screw it up and down. It's a very easy one. So I'm going to show you how I did it and how to do it in general. Now, so we're going to SBL joint, the usual, because I already created again the bolt here on the screw, so I already position it where I want it. So I'm going to choose cylindrical, and I want the bolt first and the screw second, and I need to choose the center. You want it to turn around what? You can choose this center of this hole of this circle here, and it's not going to work right because the position, you see the position of the flag here, it's going to tell you in which direction it's going to turn. But we wanted to have it more flat, so either we can see if we can find something here, or we can just change it. You know, it's not a big deal if it doesn't do exactly what you want. It's not, so we're gonna tell it, okay, oh, it's neither this position because it was really weird. Let's try it again. Okay. Another thing we can also do, let's see here, can also make it disappear and see what's happening. No, okay, I can see now why. I can see now why. Because it's actually taking the thread here, and the thread it's not straight, so that's why it won't give me a straight, you know, horizontal point here to attach it. But it's no problem. Let's see if we can fix it this way. No. So okay, let's see here. I can take this one and I can create a custom, as you can see here, and problem solved. You see, actually I'm kind of happy that, you know, this kind of you know, that it doesn't really work also when I'm doing the recording, because then you can also see how I'm playing with it and how I'm solving this issue. So this is good, because it could actually also happen to you. So now you know what to do. And if it's not sitting right the way you want it, then, you know, it just start to drive you crazy. How come it didn't work the way you show it in the movie, and so on. So now you see it can happen to anybody. It happened also to me, and this is how we're gonna solve it. So no problem. So this is it. And wait a second, the computer's a bit slow. And it's kind of stuck. I don't know why. What's going on? It's not allowing me to check out. Okay, good. Now I'm out. Now, so how we simulate it? How can we simulate the movement up and down, you know, like I did before? So we're going the usual, we're going to motion link. This one is a tricky one because it's two movements in one. Yeah, we don't have like when this motion is starting this direction, then the other one should go, you know, the other direction. Here it's a combination of two movements. So let's see what happened when I choose it. When I click on it, you see here, link with same joint. This is the one you need to click, because it knows that this motion is actually built from two motions. Okay, and now we can try to press on it. It's got the wrong data. See, we have slide and we have rotate. But let's see what's going to happen. It went way too far. So how can we fix it? It took the information from before. This one, it's a kind of annoying things that happening in Fusion, and yeah, but it is what it is. So we wanted to go minus maybe 90 and just see if it's the right direction. Yeah, almost. Angle, I don't know, 0, because maybe 10. No, it should actually because the rotation, it doesn't really matter to me. I wanted to rotate as much as it needs in order to get to the bottom. So so remember, before we're doing the link motion, remember to set up the limitation and then go to the link motion, and that's going to be much easier this way. It's not going to tease you in any way. See, so this is the motion, and if this is the turning, it's not precise. Maybe you're thinking that it's maybe turning too much or something like that. You can always, you know, play with the motion here. Just right click on it, edit feature, angle. That means yeah, when you're doing this distance, it's gonna turn 360 degrees. So you can basically play with it and make it that it's gonna turn more slowly. I don't know. Let's see what's gonna happen 180, for example. See? It's gonna make a 180 degree turn. So you can play with it if you think that it's too much. Great. Yeah, I don't think I have to add more on this right now. It's quite self-explanatory. Next time I'm going to talk about the planner and the ball. Yeah, and if you have any questions, as I said, just write it down below in the comment, or if you have any challenge with one of the joints that you've been trying to play with and to apply, and it doesn't really work exactly the same way as I was doing it, or it's something very special one, different position, different kind of movements, unique movement, just write it down below in the comments, and I'm gonna make a demo and show you how to create it, because there are many creative ways to do it. I'm thinking about creating a fourth video on more advanced joints, where you can also combine it with sketches. So and together with the with creating also the where is it, the joint origin. So just let me know if you need anything special, and if you didn't understand anything from these joints. So till next time, don't forget to watch the first part if you haven't, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.